We got Courtney M on YouTube says, I am just a mom, but this speaks so much to me. The quote unquote application scares me. I have no financial stock experience, but building a new infrastructure for everyone sounds awesome. So Courtney, I appreciate that for you. Again, you say you're just a mom. You're buying into the brainwashing that's been happening by all the financial institutions for the past few hundred years. They have taught you that you are stupid, which means they can make money from you. We are rejecting this narrative. We do not believe that we are stupid. We think we are much smarter than anyone gives us the credit. We have sovereignty over our own bodies, over our own free speech, over the consumption of information, over what goes into our bodies, and we have sovereignty over our own finances. And as soon as the world wakes up to this, trust me, the centralized financial institutions and the banks and the governments are going to get worried. You as a mother are probably more connected to your finances than other people. You know what it takes to run a household. You know what it takes to buy groceries. You know what it takes to balance your budget every month. You know what it takes to invest in what your children need, in schools, in their education, to save for their colleges. You're probably more connected to your finances than your partner, perhaps. But you need to be told you are and empowered in such a way. When it comes to centralized finance, I want to give you the option to really control your money, to control the risks you're taking, to control the insurance that you're buying or selling, to control your financial future. So yes, you're ready. And again, I don't mind newbies coming into my academy as long as you have the right outlook, the right energy, and the right enthusiasm. So Courtney, submit your application. I'll go look for it right now when I'm afterwards. And if I think you have what it takes, I'll accept you into the academy and I'll hit the gong for you if you want to join us. A couple more. I got 141 Dell on Instagram says, what impact do you feel DeFi will have on the current UK banking system, with some fintech organizations such as Starling and Monzo stopping customers from making deposits? It's a great point. I posted a picture of this recently, I think it was last Saturday, of a headline in the Telegraph saying that certain financial institutions are banning you from sending your money to cryptocurrency exchanges. Imagine the audacity of that. Your money, your hard-earned money, that's being held in custody, in trust by a financial institution. Now they're telling you what you can and can't do with your money. If you have an account at Starling or Monzo, you should close that account right now. Seriously, that is disrespectful. I can't imagine of any other interaction you would have with an institution where that would be acceptable. That's your money. And so what we see in a lot of these fintech startups that seem to be power to the people, and I see this in a lot of different fintech startups, we see what they're trying to do is actually centralized finance in disguise. And I see this with Starling, I see this with Monzo, I see this even with startups like TransferWise. They're centralized finance in disguise. And some of those very institutions are actually being more obtrusive. They're being more limiting on your freedoms than sometimes even the traditional banks, because they're no longer innovators. And now they've come because now they've got market share, and now they're trying to take away your very freedoms and your very rights. So be very suspicious of any of these centralized financial institutions trying to purport or wearing the mask of a DeFi, because it's not true. And I think we should be alarmed when any financial institution or government tries to tell you what you can and cannot do with your own money. For me, that sets off alarm bells, just like when people try to tell me that I don't have the right to free speech, whether it's a government or an institution or a technology company, or whether someone says I don't have the right to campaign or free and fair elections in a democracy. That really rubs me the wrong way. When someone says I don't have the right to spend my money the way I want to, that's a big alarm bell, and we should all protest that and get our money out of these institutions as soon as possible. So that's what I'm calling for right now. If your bank doesn't support your investments in crypto and DeFi, get away from that right now. And that goes for any other fintech startup or centralized finance piece. I'm saying it right now, and I'm calling out the Starlings, the Monzos, and the TransferWises right now. Get on board and start giving the power and freedoms back to your customers, or you can go down and be anachronisms in the past. You can be like the coach and the horse and buggy, and we won't be using you any more time in the future because we've moved on.